Colonel David, I request you to stay with me. I also want to tell our viewers how news came in of the 3 American aircraft from Kuwait today. Remember, viewers, 3 American fighter jets had crashed in Kuwait today, but the suspense over what and how these frontline fighter jets were downed continues. Remember, this comes as the United States, Israel and Iran war intensifies for a 3rd consecutive day. Contrasting claims have emerged now. These images of a U.S. fighter jet spiraling into a fireball. The visual released by media agency Reuters shows the military aircraft falling from the sky in Kuwait's Al Jahra area. It is accompanied by a parachuting pilot following the strikes. The plane was flying over Kuwait at the time of the strike. A short while later, images of smoke rising from the vicinity of the American embassy compound in the Kuwait city surfaced. Reports said that an alarm was heard after the Iranian attack, which came shortly after the U.S. issued a warning to Americans in the area to take cover and for others to stay away. There were no immediate reports on damage or casualties, but the Kuwaiti Defense Ministry has said that several warplanes have crashed. It didn't elaborate at that time on what caused these crashes or how many aircraft have been involved in this incident. But they did say that the pilots have been taken to a hospital and they are in a stable condition. However, Kuwait also claimed to have intercepted Iranian drones. Iran, on the other hand, said that it has shot down 3 U.S. F-15 fighter jets during active combat over Kuwait. United States has dismissed these claims. The U.S. CENTCOM says that 3 F-15 warplanes have been mistakenly shot down by the Kuwaiti air defenses. It said the incident that occurred during active fighting that included Iranian attacks during the Sunday night incident. That, in contrast, this video has been released by Reuters, shows a fighter jet being shot down in daylight. Earlier in the day, Iran's army claimed to have targeted US's Ali Al Salim Air Base in Kuwait, as well as vessels in the Indian Ocean after the killing of the supreme leader in the strikes carried out by America and Israel. Tehran said that it used 15 cruise missiles in these attacks. Remember, Kuwait houses important American military sites, including Camp Arif Jan, the U.S. Army Central Headquarters, and Ali Al Salim Air Base, which is located near the Iraqi border. Camp Buehring is also present, assisting the U.S. Army units heading into Iraq and Syria. Colonel David, we had this news coming in of U.S. fighter jets. We've also had reports coming in of how Iran is using the hypersonic Fatah-2 missiles. And that tells you the kind of preparation that they have had because of the weeks of war of words and threats that were coming in from both Israel and United States, something that President Donald Trump has also been prepared for, because he's twice said in his address that we may have more casualties. As far as Iran's response is concerned on the battleground, how do you see this? Do you think this is going to be a long-term, sustainable effort on the Iranian side? Will they have a strong impact, considering the fact that 4 U.S. service members have been killed in action?
Yeah. No, I don't think, as I said earlier, I don't think that Iran has the ability to conduct a sustained military operation for more than about 2 weeks. And the attacks that we're seeing from Iran are indicative more of weakness. Militarily, if you're launching a strike with missiles, what you want to do is hit the enemy's offensive capability with a volley of missiles to overwhelm friendly air defenses and then destroy their aircraft so that they can't attack you. We haven't seen any indication that Iran has destroyed any aircraft on the grounds or hard sheltered. What we see instead, their most successful attacks, they hit a fuel storage facility on the outskirts of Ali Al Salim Air Base, which creates a spectacular smoke plume. But, they destroyed fuel in Kuwait. It's not like that's hard to find there. It's easily replaced. And they hit a warehouse and then 2 radomes with drones, not missiles, at the Naval Support Activity in Bahrain, which is in the middle of a city, so you can't shoot bullets at things because the bullets will fall down in the city. So we probably need to talk about relocating that base. But most of their attacks are onesies, twosies. isolated missile strikes, and most of them are against civilian areas. So that's the threat there. We've heard talk of Iran having a hypersonic missile. I don't think a lot of people say they have a hypersonic missile. They don't really. Hypersonic missiles supposed to go in excess of Mach 5, which many missiles can do, but it's also supposed to be able to maneuver. And the problem is, when you maneuver, your control surfaces burn up at those speeds. So China, Russia, and the United States are all working on developing a true hypersonic. But I don't think that any one of those countries have it yet. And Iran certainly does not. What it does have is a missile that can go very fast, which makes it hard to intercept.
Okay. So let's wait and see how this moves forward. You've given it a time frame of 2 weeks. Let's wait and see, if it ends within 2 weeks or it takes a little more time. Colonel David, thank you very much. I'll leave it here. Thank you for joining us and sharing your perspective.
Thank you. It's an honor.